Hello, good afternoon, my viewers and friends. The elections have been over and the vote counting has been over, and now we have in hand the government who has won by a you can say margin of votes, not as expected, like 400 par, which was expected, has not happened now. Now, why this has come into my mind? Mostly, I'm just posting about health and all, and also certain general things. But this is like a talk which I want that if people view the video and they come across this discussion, then they can just understand that what has actually played a major role in the kind of distribution of votes in these between the political parties. So what the election has actually reflected is, one is very strong point that yes, being a democratic country, we are at a benefit that we can exercise our votes and we can exercise our rights, and we can send a message to the coming government at the center that what we expect from the leaders or from the prime minister or the party ruling us. Okay, this nation India has this very important aspect of democracy, and we have taken a very good benefit of this right. Now in this election, what has reflected is that people are not now going to be swayed away by this kind of a dirty game of caste politics. Caste politics cannot be a point to gain votes by a particular political party, and Ram Mandir also cannot be the bread and butter of people. Now what has actually been the scenario in Uttar Pradesh was really unexpected, and it's totally a turn of the ruling parties, and this has really reflected that Ayodhya being in the mind of the BJP, the main point to gain the votes is not actually the important factor. It's not actually, it has made a lot, or you can say a very big impact on the people, because they now know that these kind of aspects like Hinduism, Ayodhya, or some kind of other aspects which target some kind of a religion or caste or something is not substantial. It's not the most important or the most important thing for a person's survival. In India now, what we are seeing is, we are seeing a very high growth of the gross domestic product, that is GDP, which seems unrealistic, and it's very difficult to sustain it in the next year. Okay, now whatever be the reflection through the GDP, we might think that we are growing. Yeah, we are growing in certain sectors, but what is the most worrying thing is that people who are poor, their lives have not been touched, or their lives have not been uplifted by the growth of the country. There is a lot of income disparity, income inequality, and this is really hurting the poor people. Then we are not growing in the agricultural sector. The skilled labor is very less, and we have to work on motivating the small startups and the skilled laborers so that we can increase the production of in various sectors, and we can promote the realistic growth in our economy. And what is happening is that the healthcare, the education sector, these sectors are not growing up to the mark. We might be seeing an increase in exports in certain sectors, but small businesses have been hit by demonetization and the new rules for the GST and all, and they're still struggling to overcome those hurdles. So we have to work, like the government has to work at the grassroots level. You cannot just promote a few big businesses, industrialists, and big sectors, and enhance the growth of the country and say that we are growing, but there is a big gulf, or you can say gap, between those big industries and the small businesses and the people who really are striving to fix a day's meal. Okay, so how can you forget that most of the population resides in the rural areas, most of the population is not literate, most of the population is backward. So it's very difficult for these people to get education even till 10th or 12th. So we cannot expect a sudden increase in that situation, but yes, we can increase facilities which can make them skilled so that they can get jobs for that skill. So increase in skilled labors, increase in the productive human capital, and increasing the production of our country, the economy of the country, that's very, very important. This is understood by the people, and it's very, very, I think it's a happy situation that people are understanding that what is very important for their life and for their sustainability, and only just talks and lectures and the glittering you can say things done by government is not enough for them. So they have actually voted to reflect their problems.